Check, check. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just wanted to come on here and do a little video about surviving the collapse of society. Um, this is going to focus mainly on the financial side of this, um, because I know that there are a lot of people out there that don't really understand what to do. They feel anxious, they feel depressed, they feel stressed out. Inflation is running wild, and they don't know what to do. They don't know what they should be, investing in or moving their money, or maybe they don't have a lot of money, so they don't feel like they can do anything. They feel hopeless. And I'm gonna try to, give some people some ideas on things that they can do, and implement different strategies. Um, I hope this comes across well. I do these videos on the fly. I don't really um, get all crazy and very technical, and I don't edit, so I'm not breaking these videos down like a professional. I just come on and I shoot from the hip, and try to talk about things that are going through my mind uh, recently, and when I have the time to do it. So Fridays I'm off, so here we go. So, anyways, surviving the collapse of society. Now, this is going to focus on basically just surviving the collapse. This of society, it brings a whole another aspect and a whole different dynamic that uh, unfortunately is not so easy to get out of. It's like a plane crashing and the stick doesn't work, and there's really no pulling up, and it's going to take a lot more than just pulling up to level this thing off. Most likely it ends in a fiery wreck. So that being said, we're not going to focus too much on that, but I will say that the collapse of society, or watching the destruction of our society, is causing the collapse, in a lot of ways. So, anyways, let's see. I was looking up how to survive a stock market crash. Okay, and over here it gives you different ways to do that. You can do nothing if you believe in your investing. So that means these are people that have conviction in their investment portfolios, and they're going to go ahead and do nothing, um, hoping that it's all going to work out in the end. You can go shopping during a crash, because that means that um, maybe they're going to be able to make a few bucks, get some sales, on some things that they've been trying to get some, but they haven't been able to because the price has just been too high, by dollar cost average, even on the way down. It's kind of like buying the dip, but not really. You're going to buy very small amounts as it falls to continue to accumulate, because you believe in the long term of of whatever it is, the stock or the stock market itself, or gold, silver, whatever you're investing in. You can invest in different things. Right now, we have cryptocurrency, which is a whole other aspect, a whole other asset class that is emerging for the future, which is we're going to get into that as well. Hunt for dividend stocks. If you have a good amount of money uh, sitting on the sidelines, or even in the stock market, you can look for certain stocks that will pay you dividends. It can become a very good, lucrative passive income for those who have the money to do so. So, a lot of these things depend on your current situation. Um, let's see, ride the sector rotation. Okay, so that takes a little bit more research. You got to understand how money moves, how energy moves, and where it's moving to next, and you got to position yourself accordingly, because it does have there is a method to the madness. It will go from one section to the next to the next. It just continues to just do that over and over and over. If you learn the sector, if you learn those patterns, you can position yourself accordingly. Like I said, depending on your situation. um, Buying bonds is another. You got to understand the cycles and when the best time to buy bonds. During downturns is a lot of times people, um, they believe in the governments and the overall strength of certain economies, and they will buy those bonds to kind of lock in their money and lock in their gains. And there's not a lot of upside. They're not going to make a lot of money on it, but at least it's going to preserve their wealth. So they will do that. Um, Cut your losses during a crash. Well, you can sell, even if it's going down, you can sell, take whatever losses, and just sit on cash and wait till the end, to wait till it to kind of level off, and then you can do whatever it is you want to do. If you're retiring soon, tread more carefully. So yeah, you want to put more time on, depending on where you're at in your life cycle. If you're almost ready to retire, that's going to be a whole different strategy. I'm not going to really get into a whole lot of that, but you definitely got to consider your strategy and where you're at in your situation. Are you going to retire soon? Are you not? Are you just you know YOLO? You know what I mean? And just ready to take some bigger risks because you're younger and you don't have that work to worry about. Instead of putting money in a retirement fund, you were just playing riskier assets like maybe crypto or different stocks, penny stocks and things like that, right? Um, so yeah, those are just different things that you can do during a market cycle crash. And now I don't know if you guys have heard, but a lot of these billionaires have been selling a lot of cash. You've got Warren Buffett sold a crap load of his stock. You got JPM, you got Jamie Dimon, who's never sold any stock, now selling. He sold multiple times in billions of dollars. You've got Bill Gates, all these people selling Tesla. You got Elon Musk. They are selling massive amounts of their stock because they want that cash. Because guess what? We're getting ready to experience a commercial real estate collapse, which is going to also take down the residential, but also the banks, the financing. Everything is about to go down in a major way and transform, and crypto is going to play a part in that on the upside. So, if you are savvy and tech savvy and you understand some crypto, get yourself positioned accordingly. Okay. Um, Check this article out. Okay. Now we're transitioning to the crypto side. ChatGPT predicts 85% chance central banks will adopt XRP to rescue global financial system. This is a game changing title. Okay. You guys, if you don't know what XRP is, they were under a lawsuit over the last, since 2020 December. They sat out the last bull run because of the lawsuit. They were held back. That was manipulation. Just so you know, the government manipulated the XRP and Ripple, the company, and held them back so they did not participate. And they held the price back, suppressed the price. But guess what that also did? It allowed what's called a coiling, a base, to build even bigger than any time in past history. So, yes, it will take off. They say the higher the base, the longer the base, the higher in space, because that base had that extra cycle to coil up and build. It will now take off, and I believe there's a lot of news. This is not an XRP video. I will make one very soon, but XRP is positioned to make a exponential move to the upside. And I believe it's going to blow people's minds because of all the news and all the stuff being released. I think we need to be prepared for this. And I think if you are in XRP, you need to be sharing this with people. You need to be letting people know what's going on and trying to get people to not invest, but to just do some research on XRP and where they are with it. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a legal advisor. I am not a tax advisor. So do not take this as financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. but I would definitely do some research on this company Ripple and the cryptocurrency XRP, as well as a lot of other cryptocurrencies and ecosystems that are attached to the XRP ecosystem, because there's a lot of them, and they are all going to benefit. A rising tide raises all ships, and I think the tide is about to freaking flood, and there's going to be a lot of upside coming soon for utility tokens. Remember that phrase, utility tokens. So, um, here's some more safe haven assets. You got gold. Okay, gold has always been safe haven assets. Everybody flocks to gold. Take your profits, take out of whatever, or even some losses, whatever. Secure them. Buy some gold, and at least it reserves your purchasing power for the future. I believe it's going to end up going a lot higher in price because it's also one of the most suppressed assets on the planet. But I will say this: silver. Gold ain't got nothing on silver in regards to suppression. Silver, I believe, is going to blast off, and it could, at some point, it could, one day, it might equal gold or surpass it because of the use case. We use silver for everyday use. The Soul New Green Initiative and the solar panels all take silver to use to create, as well as all the bombs and missiles that are being created for all these wars that are going to be fought or that are fighting today, take a massive amount of silver. And if you look, the central banks and the governments have been buying up gold and silver over the last few years on massive record amounts. So they know something is coming. They are preparing. If I had any advice for you, I would say look at what the top money fund managers and top money holders like banks and central banks are doing, and do what they're doing. Do what the 1% does. Think like the 1%. Stop thinking like the herd. Start thinking like the big dogs. And you will start to make better decisions that can protect you and your family as we continue to watch this collapse unfold, and ultimately it's going to hit on a major scale. So you want to be prepared, you want your family to be prepared, and do the best you can with what you got. That's all I can tell you. I know that's all we can do. And for the most part, pray. Know who Jesus Christ is, because in the long run, none of this is going to matter. You can be very successful, but what does the Bible say? What good is it for you to gain the world but lose your soul? So always know who Jesus Christ is and where everything comes from. And if He blesses you, do for Him equally, because He will, oh, you'll never be able to outgive. If you equal your blessings to Him, right back to Him, He will continue to pour out into your life and give you more peace. He will give you more um, success. And God is the reason. And all of us have a purpose. And right now, our purpose is to share this message and to get out far and wide as much as we're able to help anybody we can. I will say this: you will get a lot of negativity. You will get a lot of people who, you know, act like, okay, great, yeah, thanks for telling me, but they don't really care and they don't do anything with the information. They don't make moves. They don't accept it. They act like they're interested, but in the long run, they think nothing's going to change. They're going to be fine, and this isn't real. You're a conspiracy theorist in the long run, because they're so far behind. Just to get them caught up, you'll blow their mind in 5 minutes of conversating with them, because they don't understand none of this. So try to understand that a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't understand, and it's too much to give in one conversation. So try to give them bite-sized things to think about. Try to give them some real world um, information, news articles, that something that they can actually see for themselves, and just give them little bits at a time. But more importantly, what does the Bible say? Well, the Bible doesn't say this, but there's a saying. It says, "Witness to the world," and when you absolutely have to, use words. So no matter what, how you live and present yourself is going to say more to them than anything. So do the best you can. Share with the world. That love that God calls us to have for the world is what you need to share. All right. And the more you share, the more He's going to pour into you to give you more people to share with. It's a cycle, just like the finances. It's a cycle, just like military and wars. There's cycles. The whole thing. It's all cycles. God is a God of order and perfection. So He has everything set on a timer, and it's a cycle. It continues to do it. And if you can find those cycles and understand them, you can be beneficial. But you have to have your priorities straight. Priority one, God first. Okay, put God first, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, right? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will direct your path. Okay, so just know that. Um, that's all I have. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Be prepared. There's a lot of things changing. You can make a difference, and you can make choices that will benefit your family. Learn. The best thing you can do now is educate yourself. Invest in yourself and educate yourself. Whatever you're trying to look into, dedicate that time to learning and growing in that area. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and we'll catch you next time.